here with junior women's basketball player Courtney Ingersoll. Courtney, just talk about the buzz that's been going on around campus with you guys the last couple weeks, coming off the WNIT postseason championship.
The last couple weeks have been crazy. It's just really cool to walk around campus and kids come up to us, parents come up to us, and they're congratulating us and thanking us for giving this community something fun to go and watch. And it's humbling too, like walking into classes. I'm in class with Nama and we'll go in and kids are standing up and clapping, teachers are giving us pats on the back, so it's pretty neat to know how much of an effect we had, but it's also time for us to come back down a little bit because we still have a couple weeks of school left and we have those dreaded postseason workouts.
Talk about the support towards the end from the other student athletes. The student section was packed. The students really got behind you guys and really were that sixth man.
Yeah, I mean, not even the student athletes, just in general, the students were just amazing. Both ends, end zones were filled up completely. But then, along with the other sports teams, soccer, or women's soccer, women's or men's basketball, swimming, golf, like softball, you could go down the line, and all of them had their own little section there and had their cheers and their support. So it's really cool that the entire community of athletics here kind of rallied behind us and pushed us through to a championship.
And also the community in general, how big of a factor was it looking out there for those last two games and seeing 7,000 plus people in the stands?
It was crazy, and it's amazing that we were able to pull that many people in, but it's not surprising because Toledo is a basketball town, and we gave them something to cheer about, but having that many people there and then having the after effect of going out in the community and people, welcoming us with open arms and telling us that we've helped them out. It's a really neat experience, and bringing 14,000 people together, I mean, what better way than to win a championship?
Take us through a little bit of the WNIT. First game, Delaware. They were a very tough challenge, and you guys were down by I think 7 with about 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
What happened those last couple minutes that willed you guys to that victory?
I mean those kind of games are hard, because you're down and it's easy to give up, especially when you're playing against an All-American. But it kind of just echoed our season how, we really are fighters. We have been fighters. We've been down before. We were down against Syracuse, but it just shows that at halftime, coach can come in, she can make adjustments, and, we executed the game plan down the stretch, and we made it a fun environment.
How important was it for you guys to play all 6 of these games at home?
I mean, I guess you can never know the effect of it just because we didn't really have a road game, but being able to play every game at home, not having to travel, not being cooped up in a hotel or a plane or something, we were able to get rest in between games. We were able to have the fan support behind us, and we were able to get excited even more. And when something good went our way, you had 7,000 people behind you screaming. So I think without them, it would have been extremely hard to make the run that we did.
Talk a little bit about the performance of yourself and Yolanda. Semifinals of the conference tournament, one of the best rebounders on the team and hardest workers. Lucretia Smith goes down, season-ending injury. The team could have been like, okay, ho-hum for us,
yeah,
season's over. But you guys rallied. Both you two stepped up and took your game to the next level, and now you're celebrating a championship.
Yeah, after we lost at Eastern, we had a team meeting, and Cree came in, crutching in after her MRI, and she just sat down and she goes, "You guys, if I could play, I would." And you see that in your teammates' eye, and you want to go out and be able to perform for her. And Yolanda, I think, took that to heart and made it her own message that I'm going to show that I can do this and I can help out the post game. And just with me, I kind of was like a Mad Lib post player, but I just had to do get the rebounds that Cree did or the extra hustle on the floor, and I think me and Yo together combined to do a lot of the little things that Cree does on a daily basis.
Talk a little bit about winning the championship. Have you ever been in a situation before where you've ended a season at any level growing up, where you've ended the season with a win?
It's funny you said that. I was actually talking to Haley about that. The last time I think I did it was in 7th grade, ending a season as a middle school champ at Perry, but besides that, we haven't, and it's a weird feeling because you win, and then the next day you wake up and you're like, okay, well, when's the next game? But instead we woke up and we were like, oh my gosh, how long do we have until postseason workouts? So no, it was a really good feeling, and I don't know, it's awesome to end your season cutting down a net.
Now, talk about what the springboard for next year is. What tri-captain as a junior, that's a big reward and a big accomplishment. What can you do to help spring ahead towards next season and making your senior campaign an even more successful one?
Beyond all the glory we had during the NIT run, after Eastern Michigan, I stayed in Cleveland with Nama, and the next morning we woke up, it was like 9 o'clock, and we were sitting in the hotel room, and we wrote down almost like 3 pages of things that we needed to work on, little details that we needed to make sure that we can carry over to next season. And the biggest thing is making that adjustment to make sure everyone is on the same page. Our incoming freshmen, or if we get transfers or anyone, they have to have that winning spirit, and they have to have that drive, and most importantly, we have to create a chemistry and like a bond between everyone. And so even though Nama's gone for the summer, it's easy for Skype and stuff, but we need our entire team to continue on this run that we've had and have the momentum carry over.
And I have to ask you for the last question, with Trisha signing the contract extension, how important is that, to know that she's going to be around because she wants to see this team, take it to the next level, get to the NCAA tournament, and see if they can make a run like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge for us, and I don't think, behind the scenes people were probably relieved, but the players, we could take a deep breath. We started hearing all the rumors, and I sent Coach Griggs a text and I said, Coach, please don't leave. And she sent one back and said, hey, Coach hasn't even interviewed, and then Coach Cole called me that night to personally assure me that she was staying, and it was like, oh my gosh, the weight's off my back, and I have one of the best coaches in the country every day, so playing for her and playing towards our goals next season for NCAA berth and another MAC championship, it's going to be a lot easier with her at the helm.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you, and good luck with those off-season workouts.
Thank you.